No one is really ready for what's coming next. At this point, this is just silly. Or is it? When we say that Bitcoin's price will reach $300,000, 0 cents, by maybe next year, it sounds like we agree with those who know. Why? This is Justin from Bitcoin Magazine. ARK Invest has changed their estimate for the price of Bitcoin in 2030 to $2,400,000, 0 cents. And the only way it could really go there is if we start speeding up from here on out. Okay, guys, just hearing this number is crazy. $2.4 million by 2030. Beliefs about the active supply bull case. In this case, the base case is $1.2 million and the bear case is $500K. That means you won't lose. You won't lose money by 2030 if you buy now, even though prices are high. I think they're talking about this in a technical sense, basically, right? Because the bear case didn't even include the worst case, which is likely very close to zero. To be honest, I think these prices were possible before the crash and they could happen a lot faster than 2030, which is what this article says. Yes, 2.4 million is a lot, right? XRP and our other coins will only go up in value if Bitcoin goes up this ridiculously high. Don't forget that. Do not forget. Let's go and please like and share this movie. Since it looks like the market is getting happy again, that's what we need. It's time to remember that you've been here before. The last time, gold went parabolic as global liquidity swelled after it broke out again. After that, Bitcoin went up 500%. That's close to 500K if Bitcoin goes up 500% from here. It's possible, I promise. It really is. Gold is going through a consolidation phase, a steep move, and another consolidation phase. Global liquidity, stabilization, and a parabolic move are all things that are happening right now for Bitcoin. There is a consolidation, a parabolic, a consolidation, and another parabolic move to the right, and they all line up. This means that the everything pump is happening right now, right? This is where the bananas are. We're going to do it, guys. After a month, everything goes completely crazy, just as planned from zero hedge. And this is before the Fed, ECB, and other banks around the world are started to ease up. No, it's Bitcoin versus the world M2, guys. It's possible that the bottom is already in. Wow, that's crazy. Get the bottom in. The thing is, there are bullish divergences on the weekly period and plus for Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and all of your S coins. Yes, for longer periods of time. That makes a good case for the bottom falling out. Guys, I wouldn't doubt that. Global M2 says that all cryptocurrencies have already hit rock bottom. Bitcoin and M2, the amount of money in circulation around the world, have been linked. Global M2, the green line has been going through the roof. That means Bitcoin will soon follow. The price of 150K Bitcoin could reach that level by June. Wow, and you can see how it shapes up, right? That rise is a parabola curve, right? Guys, like that. It gets steeper, goes up higher, and goes faster. I mean, it's possible. What is going on with the Indian M2 money flow, right? All of these other countries are also going up, and Donald Trump just sent one of the clearest signs that something good is happening with the markets. Donald Trump said, just line it up in Rome and have a good day. He also said he would meet with Russia and Ukraine. They're almost done with a deal, and now both sides should meet at a very high level to finish it. To stop the killing now, most of the main points have been decided upon. We will be wherever it takes to help end this cruel and pointless war, guys. Yes, Donald Trump said that if a deal is made, he would be very, very, very bullish on the markets, but not on crypto. That's because now there's more certainty that it's time to end it all, right? China waives 125% tariffs on some goods from the United States. Isn't it interesting how bullish news seems to be coming out every day since crypto started pumping? But now that we're at the bottom, when things are bad, there's so much bad news, yes? There's so much bad news. Now, the end won't come until number 2 takes place. The first point is that Satoshi Nakamoto is shopping, right? Putting all of his coins in a hot wallet and then selling them all. This is the second thing that will cause the end. Trump asked the reporter, would you support a ban on stock trading in Congress? Put an end to the quote. Trump says, well, I saw Nancy Pelosi get rich with deep inside information. That's fine with me. I would do it if they sent it to me. Author says you'll sign it. Trump says, of course, yeah, so he saw Nancy Pelosi get rich with inside information, and she's not even in jail. Look at that, not in jail. Oh, no, not again. Nothing, there's no action, right? Even though we're not technically insider dealers, the clues we find can be used to show that we are, but not really, because Nancy Pelosi gets calls telling her to buy certain stocks before they say something good about the company or stock, and then the stock goes through the roof and she sells. I don't really understand how that works. That's why I said I needed to run for office and play the game, right? Since it's free money. Join the government if you want to get very rich. I'm telling you over and over again, behind the scenes you have people who will help you. The price will go through the roof though if or when Trump signs this bill that stops trade. Remember this phrase, okay? Prior to the top, they sold more than once, don't forget. But until then, we're going to keep going, guys. People are really scared of the markets, but they haven't really sold anything yet. You leave when you see the billionaires leave. For now, it's as easy as following the money. Let's go to $300 million, 0 cents, 0 worth of XRP and $30, 0 cents worth of ethereum. That I don't know. BlackRock says that Bitcoin is already long-term separate from tech stocks. When there is a lot of doubt, Bitcoin does very well. Not really. But BlackRock says it this way. Now is the time to be optimistic. It is about to separate from tech stocks in the US. Load. A lot of people are talking about how to sell US assets in the foreign markets. Do you think this is the time? In the long run, crypto is not tied to US tech stocks. To answer your question, I believe you should think about whether you are looking in the short or long run. You can see that all kinds of assets are becoming more and more linked to each other over the short run. Indeed, if you look at the last few weeks when the market was less stable, you'll see that there were stronger links between trading in stocks, bonds, and cryptocurrencies. You can see that Bitcoin behaves differently than standard assets when you look at it on a bigger scale. Okay, this is because Bitcoin is based on a longer-term view. By the way, this is all false, right? They're telling a story that Bitcoin is not connected to tech stocks or other things like that. It's only going up to get everyone to join. The only reason I said that was because I think they will push every coin to unimaginable heights, even altcoins. Altcoins will go through the roof because that's where retail buys them now, not Bitcoin. Still pumping everything really hard, guys. It doesn't matter what happens in the world, even bad news like wars, inflation, and other things like that. It's actually good for cryptos to go up, so none of this is true, except that their only goal is to prop it all up because that's how business cycles and long-term macro cycles work. But the long-term link between Bitcoin and US stocks is more like 0.2 or 0.3. It has a low level of correlation because stocks tend to be driven by things like faster growth. More certainty means less international risk. In fact, many of those things are kind of the opposite of what drives Bitcoin. Bitcoin does best when you don't know what will happen and want to buy something that might, at their core, they should act like an uncorrelated object. I also believe that as more time goes by in this unclear situation, there will be a spread out of these assets. Still, it's interesting that there's so much bad news. ETH was thrown out like weeks or months ago, but Bitcoin has held up. The XRP is very strong. Ethereum isn't really strong yet, but it will get stronger again. Take a look at that. Because the end is still a long way off until things get really crazy. A public business called Selmer Scientific buys an extra 111 Bitcoins worth, a total of $10 million, 0 cents. This senator from the UNEZ bought up to 250 in Bitwise spot Bitcoin. Take a look. In times like these, society needs institutions that can stand the test of time, like the Swiss National Bank. Here is where I want to stress the main difference from other speakers. The environmentalists